afternoon, class.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mr. Brian. Today we're going to study inflation. We are going to define inflation. We state the types of inflation, the causes and effects of inflation, then the measures to combat or solve inflation. Now, before I ask what inflation is, let me take you to a real-life scenario. Like you're in a small town and there is a bakery producing or selling bread. The bakery is selling bread at 100 shillings and people have enough money to buy bread. Now suppose the government gives people an extra 100 shillings. Now people have 200 shillings. It means they can buy even 2 loaves. In this situation, the bakery, the supply for the loaves does not increase. While the money that is in circulation is 200 shillings. What happens? The bakery will raise the price from 100 shillings to 200 shillings. And that will take us to inflation, whereby you have a steady supply of commodities, but the price has risen. Now from the scenario, what is inflation? What do you think inflation is? What is inflation? You can try. What is inflation? Collins?
Inflation is persistent rise of goods and services over a period of time.
Inflation, we talk of persistent rise in prices of goods and services over time. There is a persistent rise in prices of goods over time. We also going to give the types of the levels of inflation. Yes, it can state first level of inflation, or the level document of creeping inflation. Another type of inflation is
Built-in inflation.
is
Built-in inflation.
building.
Built-in.
Building.
Built-in inflation. It's a tip. Built. Built-in inflation.
Built-in inflation, yes. Galloping inflation. Yes.
Walking inflation.
Walking inflation. Any other type of inflation?
Hyperinflation.
Hyperinflation. Under all these levels of inflation, they experience persistent rise in prices at different percentages. We are going to look at the causes of inflation. Causes of inflation. Under the causes of inflation, we are going to focus on 2. One, which is cost push inflation and demand pull inflation. In the first one, cost push inflation, this one is caused by the increase in cost of production. Under this one, we have increased cost of production. When there is an increase in cost of production, the supply is affected. There will be an increase in prices because to meet the supply. And what can cause the increase in cost of production? In this case, maybe there is an increase in interest rates. Maybe there is increase in wage cost. Now, when you come to demand pull inflation, who can tell us demand pull inflation? Demand pull inflation. Yes.
Demand pull inflation, this arises when there's high demand of goods and services with low supply.
Yes. In this case, we have excess demand over supply. Like in our scenario, if we have many people demanding for bread, whereas the supply of the bread iko chini, then you're going to experience demand pull inflation. The demand for that product is higher than the supply of the product. What can cause this one? This one can be caused by increased taxation. Now, when you increase the taxes, you're going to experience demand pull inflation. Let us look at the effects of inflation. Effects of inflation. One can give us one of the effects of inflation. Inflation is
Reduced purchasing power.
it reduces consumers' purchasing power. If you have maybe when we experience inflation as a nation, we shall have very few consumers who are willing to buy a commodity that is in the market, because the prices of the products are high and the money that they have do not satisfy to buy all the commodities. The consumers will have to make choices to forego other goods, however necessary they are, to buy the ones that matches with the money they have. Another effect of inflation is
Discourages some savings.
it discourages savings. You find that your expenditure goes high, you spend more, you don't get any money to save. The product that you are buying at 50 bob is now 100 shillings, so it is double. You cannot save the 50 shillings, you spend. Another effect. Can also say it slows down the economic growth. As a country, if we are experiencing inflation, then we cannot grow. Now that one will mark the end of our class today. As your assignment, you're going to look at the measures